Good evening, good evening, good
Sophie,
evening.
I was reading in Louis Sobel's column that this year in nightclubs you're going to be playing 40 weeks.
42 weeks, Eddie dear, 42.
How do you like that? 42 weeks. I guess that Sophie is just never going to retire.
Look, Winston Churchill is nearing his 86th birthday.
Yeah.
God love him. And as a matter of fact, let me say something right now to everybody around here. Some good news. Something that I want to say to you older folks. You young people, you can listen to. Because what I'm going to say will someday apply to you. I know that a lot of you older folks are comfortably retired. You've no ties of any kind, and work is no longer required. So you're sitting around in idleness. Each day becomes a bore. And you're beginning to start thinking that there's nothing worth living for. You'd like to get into some little business, but you feel you're too old to begin. Well, I'm going to tell you about a business I'm sure all of you can be in. You be in the business of staying young. Make staying young a career. Don't sit around and sigh and let the world pass you by, but get with it, stay with it as long as you're here. And don't be living in the past. You plan a future and look forward to each added year. I tell you, there's no greater thrill, no greater satisfaction when you can say, yes, I'm up in years, but I'm still an option. You be in the business of staying young. Make staying young a career. And ladies and gentlemen, I practice what I preach. I've been in the business of staying young ever since I hit the 50 mark. And believe me, it's a wonderful business in which all of you can embark. It gives you that happy feeling of starting life anew. And like any business, it requires your time and attention too. Its compensations are many, and it pays big dividends. And you'll find as you go along, you accumulate a fortune in new friends. You'll profit by accomplishment, find something new to do. Just give it a try, and remember, all you risk is a bit of you. There's a place for you in this world, and jobs that can be done. Just make up your mind you're never too old to try and help someone. It will help you face those coming years with courage and a smile. If each day you can honestly say, I'm doing something worthwhile. Age can be a frightening thing if you let yourself fear it. You can't help it if you're up in years, but you don't have to be down in spirit. Take pride in your appearance. Try to look up to par. That's the only way of having people forget how old you really are. My friends, I've told you time and again in songs that I have sung that I will always be engaged in the business of staying young. I know I'm not indestructible. Time is exacting its toll. But I had a goal I wanted to reach, and I think I've reached my goal. So you get busy and be useful every day that you're on earth. And with your talents and your efforts, go ahead and prove your worth. And be grateful that you're living in the world of youth today. And you too can be youthful if you'll think and live that way. So you be in the business of